Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another live stream. Bristol City take on Coventry City in the Championship in this 12:30 kickoff. Welcome along to everyone. Make sure to get your predictions in, get your comments in, and the first thing I'm going to do is ask for a favour from you guys watching. I'm trying out a new microphone today. How does it sound? If you've just joined the live stream, let us know how the new microphone is sounding. Be honest, if it doesn't sound good, we'll try and fiddle with it before the game gets started. But welcome along, everyone, and let's hope for a good game and a good stream. You know the drill. Hit that like button. Get predictions in the live chat. It's good to see you all. Let us know how you are doing. So we've already got 30 people in here. Like I say, drop a like, get predictions in. The game starts in less than 15 minutes time. We've got people in the live chat already. I'm going to read out your comments in a second. Just like I say, do me a favour. Let me know how the sound is coming through. As long as it's not bad. That's what we're going for. Sounds okay. Sounds very good. There you go. Lovely comments. Very, very good. That's what we like to hear. Is it better than usual? Bear in mind, I don't usually go crazy with equipment on here, but because you guys are nice and the support has been good, I treated myself to a new microphone, and the last thing I want is it to sound worse than what I was using before. Right, we'll start talking about the game. Get your comments in. Let's read out who's in here. Kevin, Bod, Corey, Kieran, Gavster, Colin, LVA, Mr. Diamond. Good to see ya. Right, get predictions in. If everyone gets their predictions in, I will read them in just a second. So get those predictions in. You know the drill. Make sure to drop a like as well. So yeah, drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. I'm just going through all of your comments in a second. Maybe before we do predictions, we'll do starting 11s. So keep your comments coming, but let's just flash them up for you. The last time we did a stream for Coventry, it was Bristol City away, wasn't it, in the Carabao Cup. Now we've got them in the league. For Bristol City, it is O'Leary, Pring, Dickey, Viner, Tanner, Knight, Williams, Twine, Bird, Sykes and Armstrong. It's a decent team. And look, they're doing well. They've picked up 4 points so far this season. Liam Manning, decent manager. Yes, we beat them in the Carabao Cup, but that does not mean for sure that we're going to beat them today. It's a different competition. As for Coventry, Dovin, Bidwell, Binks, Latibodia is the captain as well. Van Ivek, Eccles, Torp, Wright, Radoni, Sakamoto and Sims. There's your starting 11s. If you want to have a look, quickly pause because I am moving on now. So 11 minutes till kickoff, not long at all. So let's get those predictions. What are people saying? There's already 75 people in here. No reason we can't hit 75 likes if there's that many people in here. Ross says Sky Blue Army. Simon says 2-1 Cov. Ewan says 2-1 Cov. Claire says 2-1 to Cov. Here we go. Bod says lower the gain a touch. Okay, we're going to lower the gain. I appreciate your comments on the microphone. It's El Gato, so I can play around with it. Let's do that. Keep your comments coming for now. I'm just going to readjust the microphone settings. There we go. Gain. Input gain, I'm going to put it down. It might go a little bit quieter. So I might sound a little bit quieter. I'll try and speak up, but just turn the volume up. That way it might be a little less echoey. Let me know how that's sounding. Let's keep your comments coming. Good morning, Matt, from across the Atlantic. 2-1 Coventry, says Michael. Claire says 2-1 to Cov. Wayne says 3-2 to Cov. As a Huddersfield fan, I'm surprised Cov replaced O'Hare with Radoni, says Dawn. We'll see. He's done all right so far, Radoni. Mr. Diamond says 4-4. Joe is a Cardiff fan. He says Bluebirds. LVA is going for a 2-2 draw. Fabian says 2-1 Coventry. And Kieran says 3-2 to Bristol City. Okay. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. Probably more people going for Coventry, but there is more Coventry fans in here, so maybe understandable. But look, the way I'm looking at this game is it's not an easy game. If it's a draw, it's not a bad result. But if we want to really challenge, we've got to win some of these games where it's away to a team which we think we should be higher than. And that's no disrespect to Bristol City. That's just measuring ourselves by our own expectations. Right. Keep your comments coming. How's the sound, guys? Is it better? Is it better? Crimson says 1-1. Joe says 1-1. Wayne says 3-2 Coventry. 5-4 to Coventry, says Mick. Datrid says, I've got a good feeling about tomorrow. Come on, Cardiff. Yes, Cardiff v Swansea tomorrow. That should be tasty. Okay, I've got everything set up. I think I'm looking all right. I think I'm sounding all right. It's on to the action next. We've got 8 minutes till kickoff. We've got nearly 100 people in here, so the objective has got to be to hit 100 likes before kickoff. It takes 2 seconds, so please do support us by hitting that like button. So Bristol City v Coventry. I can show you the table if you want, but what does it matter after just 2 games? Coventry City are 10th. Bristol City 7th. We've picked up 1 win and 1 defeat. They've picked up 1 win and 1 draw. Let's have a little look at what else is going on at 12:30 today. In the Premier League, Brighton take on Manchester United. There's a few 3 p.m. games and obviously a 5:30 game. In the Championship, Bristol City take on Coventry, of course. Hull City v Millwall and QPR v Plymouth. So we will keep you up to date with the goals. And in League 1, we've got 2 early kickoffs, and in League 2 we've got 2 early kickoffs. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. The 12:30 games are not bad actually. You get quite a few now, which makes it all right. Right, I'm getting comments saying it's gone a little bit quiet. How does it sound, guys? Can I just ask you guys again, how is it sounding? Anything that could be changed, we can change it before the game starts. Is it quiet? Is it echoey? Is it loud? I don't know. Let me know. I did have someone say turn the gain down, but then I think that's made it go a bit quiet. So let's put that up to 26. There we go. Really squeaky, for God's sake. There you go. Hopefully that sounds better. Like I say, just testing it out. So keep those comments coming. The gain is perfect. Good, says Super Hoops. Good. All right, okay. You guys are saying it sounds good. That's the main thing. I've got my mate Burgie texting me saying it's not good. At least you guys are saying it's all good. So that's the main thing. All right, keep your comments coming. Once again, drop a like. We'll focus on the football soon. Any more comments or predictions, now's your chance to get it in. Big up, Matt. Robbins looks decent. And with that home, they have with that, they have an edge, but Sky Blues should be okay. There you go. Stephen's going for a 2-2 draw. Absolutely butchered his comment there. Apologies for my poor reading skills. Stephen's going 2-2, and yeah, it's 2 decent teams, let's be honest. It's not a walk in the park. Anyone that thinks you're just going to win away games in the Championship for fun, it's definitely not the case. Right. I feel like I've done everything now. We've done predictions. If you didn't watch my predictions video, myself and Sophie have both gone for a 2-2 draw. We are sitting on the fence for an exciting game at the same time. And if you need reminding, Coventry won 1-0 away at Bristol City last week in the Carabao Cup. Since then, Coventry have beat Oxford 3-2 and Bristol City have beaten Millwall 4-3. Right, let's have a little look. Sounds great. There you go. Turn treble down a little and mid up if that's possible, says Burgie. I think it sounds all right. Let's have a look. Wayne says, I'm off to Craven Cottage to watch Fulham today. Good luck, Wayne. Fulham, of course, taking on Leicester City. I'm going for a 1-1 draw, says Billy. Jaffa Lad says 2-1 Bristol City. They tend to play better against the better teams. They do, actually. Yeah, if you look at the numbers for last season, they did well in the FA Cup. They beat Southampton at home as well. So, yeah, it's not a walk in the park, is it? Right, I've done everything. So the last thing I'm going to do is just ask for 100 likes before kickoff. We are on 69. So one more like takes us to 70. And then one more big push will take us up to 100. So please make sure to hit that like button. We've got 5 minutes till kickoff. Let's get 100 likes and just keep your predictions coming. And we've spoken about the games that are on today. There's lots to cover at 12:30. And if you missed the starting 11s, I will show you them again there. So take a look at that if you haven't already seen the starting 11s for today. Right, I think we've done everything. So it's just a matter of waiting for the players to come out onto the pitch here. 3-2 to Coventry, says Colin. Goalfest, 4-2 to Coventry, says Ross. 1-0 for United, says LVA. And not saying, have a good stream, Matt, says Billy C. Take care, Billy. Right, big win for Leeds last night, says Ewan. It was, actually. Okay, let's have a little look at the Championship table before we start, because we've got a couple minutes to kill before the game gets underway. And there was a result last night between two Yorkshire clubs, and it was Leeds winning 2-0 away at Sheffield Wednesday. I predicted them to win 1-0 and they won 2-0. Let's move that across. There you go. So that's the top 16 so far. From what I've seen so far, Burnley look great. I think Leeds will still come good. Sunderland look really good, and they're playing Burnley today. Watford have impressed me. Will they stay in the top 3? I don't know. I don't think so, but you never know. Blackburn and West Brom, both on 4 points as well, and Bristol City. So Coventry in the middle of the pack with 1 win and 1 defeat. If we draw today, it's been a very down the middle start. It's 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 defeat. It'd be great to win this, but if we lose this, 2 defeats in the first 3 is not a great start, especially, as I say, when the expectations are high. So, yeah, would we take a draw? I don't think everyone in the live chat would be happy with a draw. I personally wouldn't object to a draw. I'm not saying we're coming for a draw, but if it finishes in a draw, yeah, so be it. But what a result it would be if we can snatch the 3 points here and move in to that top 4 or 5 in the league. Right, we're on 79 likes. 1 more like takes us to 80. We are pushing. We are pushing. Let's see if we can get to 100, guys. The game starts in the next 2 minutes. We've got it here on Sky Sports Plus. So fingers crossed for a good game. Let's have a look at some more comments. Here they come, says Ross. Fingers crossed, mate. Here they come. We need a win, says Epic FIFA Gamer Girl. Yeah. Michael says, is the away end at Ashton Gate sold out? I don't know if it's sold out, but they certainly sold most of them. I presume it probably has sold out. It's got to be close to a sellout, hasn't it? 2-1 Coventry, says Melton Felix. Aaron says, hi, Matt. How are you? I'm good, thank you, Aaron. How are you? Good luck to Stoke today, mate. Who are they playing? West Brom. That's not easy. But we'll see. Stoke are at home. Right, 1 minute till kick-off. The players are out now, so we've got everything we need. We're all ready to go. We'll get the timer started in a second. Once again, we're now on 89 likes. 11 likes to go in 1 minute to take us up to 100. It's a push, but we're trying to get 100 likes before kick-off. Get involved if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. How close are we in subs to go to the next milestone? 25, so maybe come back to that in a bit. But just make sure to like. And if you've just joined us and you've not shared a prediction, please do get involved with a prediction down below now. We've got everything we need here. We're all set. It's just hitting 12:30 now. Come on. Really praying for a good game. Obviously, a win is the most important thing. If you give me another 1-0 win away at Bristol City, I'll be very, very happy. But we'll see. Let's have a look at a few more comments before we get started. 3-2 to Cov, says Aaron. 3-1 Cov, says C4NR. Loads of comments. Great to see everyone. Have you seen Swansea's new signings? I haven't actually. Remind me who they are. Do you mean recently? Because there was a lot of activity in the transfer window yesterday. It's all blown up, like, all of a sudden. All the business going through. Okay, we're all set. It's 12:30. It's just a waiting game now. Is that the away end there? I can't tell. I think that's the home end. It's quite full. It is quite full at Ashton Gate, which is good to see. Bristol City fans are quite good. Maybe they don't get enough of a mention when people talk about some of the best fans in the league. They're quite good. So they got quite decent numbers at home today. Right, let's get the timer started because the ball is about to get rolling. Thank you one and all. Everyone who's joined us for this stream. We are live. Bristol City versus Coventry. The ball gets rolling here at Ashton Gate. Make sure, like I say, you get your predictions in if you haven't already. Hoping for a good game here, and maybe we'll get a fast start. What's your predictions, guys, for the minute the first goal's going to go in today? Are we going to get a goal inside the first 10 minutes? Let us know. And by the way, we've just got started and we're on 99 likes. One more like takes us up to 100. So get involved as Bristol City get possession now inside their own half. I'd love a fast start. Love an early goal. We will see. Won't be too greedy. I didn't actually have a look at the odds on this game. It's actually down the middle. Both Bristol City and Coventry City equal odds to win this game today. Coventry City yet to play in any kit that isn't the home kit yet. We're playing in the home kit again today, of course. As we move the ball forwards here down the left-hand side. It's a fairly bright start from Coventry as we look to push into Bristol City's half. I'll come back to your comments in a minute. Do let us know your predictions if you haven't already, or predict what minute you reckon the first goal goes in today. Oh, I didn't predict it. I'll say 5th minute. I'm going early. We're going to get a goal inside 5 minutes here. The camera angle at Bristol City is always really strange, isn't it, actually? It's really high up, so it gives you a sort of Sabutio view. You're looking down at the players and they look absolutely tiny. Let's have a look at some of those comments, guys. We hit 100 likes, by the way. Thank you so, so much. Sky Sports Plus, George. It's on Sky Sports Plus. He's struggling to find it by the sounds of it. Where is Burgee, says Callum. He's not watching it with me today. I know. I'll send him your regards, but he's betrayed me. We've got a goal in the Championship. Not in this game. Still 0-0 here. We've got a goal for Queen's Park Rangers. It's not a good start for Wayne Rooney's men. QPR 1, Plymouth 0. There's your first goal in the Championship today. It's taken 2 minutes for QPR to lead Plymouth Argyle. Oh dear. Not really what Wayne Rooney would have wanted, is it? Still goals here, as I say. Coventry City started the bright side here. Nothing to report on just yet, but we've had a fair bit of the ball as we try to move forwards. It'd be great if we could capitalise on this and get ourselves an early goal. Nil-nil it remains for now. As I say, if you've just joined us, we've had a goal for QPR against Plymouth Argyle in that game in West London. Walsall have a penalty. Poor pie face, says Jack. Yeah, he won't be too pleased. But yes, someone said that there's a penalty for Walsall in League 2. They're away at Tranmere. I'll let you know if that goes in. And still goals here with 4 minutes nearly played now. It really is important to start this season well. I just feel like it's been a theme, hasn't it? We can't let that be a running theme that Coventry City always start a season slow. So far, 2 games played. At least we've won our first game. If we follow it up with another win here, it's massive. But, yeah, trying to work back through the seasons. So, last season, we lost our first game to Leicester. Then we beat Middlesbrough. And then we drew like 5 games in a row after that. And then just struggled to find a win for a little while. The season before, we drew against Sunderland on the opening day, and then we just lost about 5 games in a row because of the pitch issues, and we were playing every game away from home. Is there a chance on here for Twine? He doesn't shoot. Might be a shot from distance here for Bristol City, possibly. He's offside. Never mind. 0-0 it remains. So, obviously, they're underway at the Amex in the Premier League. Brighton 0, Manchester United 0, Bristol City 0, Coventry 0, Hull City 0, Millwall 0, QPR 1, Plymouth 0, goalless in both of the League 1 early games and goalless in both of the League 2 early games. And they missed the penalty. Jamil Matt had his penalty saved for Walsall. So there you go. Long ball forwards here as Ellis Sims gives chase. He's not going to get there though. And Bristol City go back to the goalkeeper. Let's catch up with the live chat. How are people? What do you think about Wednesday Leeds last night, Matt? Good result for Leeds. Yeah, I thought they might win. I think I'd have been surprised if we'd have gone 4 or 5 games into the season without Leeds winning. So, good result, and they deserved it. Wednesday, you know, it's not the end of the world, but maybe the Plymouth game gave them a little false sense of security because they were really good, but they were playing what looks like one of the worst teams in the league this year, and they've had 2 real hard reality checks against Sunderland and Leeds. Still goalless here, nothing to report on. Bristol City with possession inside their own half. Let's go back to the live chat. Sky Sports Plus showing no signal. So Matt SB stream it is. Yes, George. Leeds dangerous on the break, says George. Yeah, it was a really clever finish from Dan James, by the way, wasn't it? For that goal. The second one, wasn't it? Chance for Bristol City here. It's headed over the bar. It's from Latibodia. It's going to be a corner for Bristol City. Coventry City having to defend for the first time today. First meaningful moment, anyway. So let's just keep things tight. My biggest worry so far this season has been defensively for Coventry. I think we look really dangerous going forwards, but maybe just a lack of experience and leaders at the back is what costs us. And we've conceded a few goals in the last couple games. Corner for Bristol City is punched over by the goalie. And it's going to be another corner for Bristol City. Coventry City just having to deal with this for now. Let's ask people in the live chat. If you're a Coventry fan, answer this question. Would you take a draw today? Yes or no? Or, yeah. Would you take a draw? Because usually in the Championship, a draw on the road is decent. But with the expectation to Coventry have to win, let us know, yes or no, would you take a draw? I'm kind of 50-50 on it. What a result it would be if we can win. Bristol City's corner is cleared away for a Bristol City throw-in now. So Coventry, as I say, on the back foot at the minute. Bristol City go back up to the halfway line. So Coventry get some respite. Let's have a look. Got to win this, says George. I usually don't complain about road draws, says Michael. Epic FIFA Gamer Girl says we need to win this. Silver Jackie says, come on, Robbins. Are you cheering on Bristol City or Mark Robbins? Jenny says no, she would not take a draw. Paul in Asia says 3-1 to Coventry. We will see. It's still 0-0 on 9 minutes as Bristol City come down the left-hand side again. This is Twine. Coventry have everyone back at the minute, just defending. George, while you're in here, mate, let me ask you a question. How's the sound coming through? Let me show you guys what I got. An Elgato microphone. And it should be a lot crisper and sharper and better than usual. It's the first time I'm using it, so I do need you guys in the live chat to give me feedback. Let me know if it goes quiet or if it's too loud or whatever. So I need you guys in the live chat to let me know. Once again, Coventry City defending here as Bristol City have had most of the ball now for the last, well, they've got to have had at least 60% of possession in this game so far, I'd say. Coventry retrieve the ball and go back to Dovin. Dovin smashes it out for a throw-in inside our own half. For automatics, you need to win 2 out of every 3. Yeah, for people that think Coventry are going to get automatics, that is the standard. 2 points per game. Or just under, 46 games. If you double that, 92 points, that'll definitely get you up. I think you won't need definitely 92. If you get about 88, you probably get top 2 this season. But Leeds last year got 90 and didn't go up, did they? So here's Victor Torp. Nice play from him. He picks out Sakamoto as Coventry come forwards. Back to Victor Torp. Back to Sakamoto. He's jostling against the defender there, but he keeps the ball and goes back to Latabodiere. Sounds a bit echoey, says George. Most of you in here are saying it sounds alright, but a couple of you are saying it's a little echoey. I just wonder, let me play around with it for a second. It's still 0-0. Coventry get a throw in here in Bristol City's half. I'm just going to play around with it. Let's play with the input gain. We'll go down to 25 again. Hopefully that sounds better. I maybe just need to be a bit louder. There you go. I'm hoping that's crisp. It'll get better as time goes on. The more I play with this microphone, the more I'm going to realise what makes it happy and how it works best. So Coventry City have it here with Haji Wright in the middle of the park. He's got the full-blown sort of afro today, hasn't he? Got the big puffy hair. He was so good last week, wasn't he, Haji Wright? So good. Took those chances, and that's what we need him to do today. Coventry have it just inside our own half for now, so we're just keeping the ball. It looks like in League 2 we've got a goal, and it's Walsall being made to pay for missing a penalty, because Tranmere are 1-0 up against Walsall. So just a run through of the scores. Tranmere 1, Walsall 0. Crewe 0, Swindon 0. In League 1, it's Burton 0, Stevenage 0, Stockport 0, Bristol Rovers 0. In the Championship, Bristol City 0, Coventry 0, Hull City 0, Millwall 0, QPR 1, Plymouth 0, and in the Premier League, it's Brighton 0, Manchester United 0. Sound is excellent. Okay, good. You guys are so supportive. I mean, I do want you to be honest, though. If it sounded bad, I don't want you to just say, oh, no, it sounds good, to try and make me feel better. Ultimately, if it doesn't sound good, we have to fix it. But if you guys think it does, that's great. I'll try and not talk about it as much as possible. We're trying to focus on a game of football here, and Bristol City have possession down the right-hand side. Jake Bidwell stands him up, and Bristol City forced back to the halfway line. Still goalless here as the sun is starting to come through. Is there an opening here? Shot from distance. Oh, Dovin makes a decent save. I mean, it would have been... Yeah, it wouldn't have looked great for the keeper there if that had gone in. It was quite a decent shot from far out. It was heading in the top corner, but it was so far out that the keeper had plenty of time to get across to it. So he parries it, and it goes out for a Bristol City throw-in. Still 0-0. Let's have a look. Is there a reason why Coventry have their home kits on? Oh, chance here. Shot from distance again, and Dovin makes the save. And then a rebound there for Sykes is headed over. Bill Sykes. No, it's not Bill Sykes. Let's have a look at this again. It was Tanner with the shot from distance. Yeah, it's too close to the keeper to really go in. The keeper punches it away, and then a diving header, and it goes out for a goal kick to Coventry. So, yeah, Bristol City definitely on top in the stats. But, yeah, the keeper would be disappointed if he'd let either of them in. Someone's asked, why are Coventry wearing their home shirt? Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? If Bristol City are in red, there's no problem with us being in blue. I mean, we could have worn the white kit today, but it's not a problem, is it? Let's have a look at a few more comments. Bristol City restricted to long shots, says George. That's it. We're controlling this. Even though we've had no shots. It is Bristol City who are on top on the possession, shots, corners, shots on target. But the most important thing is goals, and that is 0-0. I mean, look, if you watched the Bristol City v Coventry Carabao Cup game, 10 days ago, Bristol City should have been winning by half-time. They had some really good chances. Ben Wilson did make a couple of good saves, but they didn't take their chances, and Coventry came out in the second half quite a lot better, made some substitutions. We got the goal and we won the game. I'll take that again today. Lewis Binks lofts the ball forwards here, and Bristol City bring it under control in the middle of the park. Let's do another like spike, guys. We've got way more viewers than we do likes. Can we get everyone just to take 2 seconds to hit the like button? It really does take just 2 seconds. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you've not already. Get involved in the live chat. Michael says, Bristol controlling the stat sheet so far. Yeah. I think our subs will hurt a lot of teams this season, says George. It's a good point. That's what you have, you know, with the depth in this team, isn't it? Milan van Ivac goes to Latibodia. There's a good pass from Latibodia to find Rodoni. Rodoni runs into trouble. That was a bit needless. Oh, and that's the most obvious handball I've ever seen. But the ref hasn't given it. What was that about? I mean, it was against the Coventry player, so I don't mind him not giving it. It looked like Torp brought it down. And now Coventry come forwards, and Hadji Wright puts a cross in. Oh! And the keeper gets there before Ellis Sims. But it's the most dangerous moment for Coventry in this game. It's still not a shot, but it was a good cross there. A good run from Hadji Wright. And Ellis Sims couldn't get onto it. Ella says like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe. We're 1 like away from 150 now. So that is good. Get involved. Bod says yet again we are looking ropey at the back. It's not like... I get your point, because I do worry about Coventry defensively. I don't think it's been, like, disastrous, because as George just said, it's been long shots for Bristol City. But if they start getting more openings in the box itself, then that's when I'm like, but yeah, look, I've said if Coventry can make 1 or 2 more signings before the window closes, I just want a bit of experience at the back or in the middle. A centre-back or a centre-mid. Preferably both, but I won't get greedy. I'd settle for one of them. And then I think we've got the minerals to really do well. I mean, we've got a great team anyway, haven't we? But here's a chance. Sakamoto. Bristol City clear it. What's happened there? There's an off-the-ball collision here between Sinclair Armstrong, and Louis Binks. What happened? The referee's going over. Let's have a look at this. What the heck was that? Well, Louis Binks doesn't do anything. It's a free kick to Coventry, actually. Armstrong tried to wrestle him down, and then he fell over himself. So, there you go. Here come Coventry now with Hadji Wright. It's got a little bit better in the last couple of minutes. Coventry just venturing forwards a bit. Bristol City clear it. Let's have a look at the comments. Great seeing Sakamoto back, says Ella. Yeah, I agree. Daylight time lapses has predicted Arsenal to beat Villa 3-1 later. That'd be some result, wouldn't it? Get this amazing live stream to 500 likes, says Kyle. Well, we're on 159, which is great. But yeah, definitely get involved if you haven't already. We've just had a nice little spike. So keep it coming, like, subscribe. I didn't mention, by the way, there is a game in the National League. I'll quickly mention it. Gateshead 1, Yeovil 0. Back to this game. The ball has bounced all the way back to the Bristol City goalkeeper, O'Leary. And he bowls it out as Bristol City look to move it out from the back. Sinclair Armstrong wins a free kick. He's done well there. Latibodiere sort of fell into his trap a little bit there. So free kick to Bristol City down the left-hand side. I think both Cov and Bristol going to do well this season, says Ashley. Yeah, I think Bristol City will have a good year. I think I predicted them top 10, or was it about 11th? 10th or 11th, I think I said. Free kick for the Robins is whipped in and Dovin punches it away. And Coventry have a player down in the box here. Latibodiere. I think the keeper ran into him actually. Let's watch this back. Yeah, he got sandwiched there between a Bristol City player and the goalkeeper. So, oof, yeah, it's a nasty knock for Latibodiere. But he's back on his feet, so he's all right. It's a long journey. Gateshead to Yeovil, says Sean. It is. And for a half 12 kickoff as well. I presume the Yeovil fans would have set off at, I don't know, 5 in the morning or something. Maybe even earlier than that. It's a long old journey, isn't it? Oh, it's 2-0 to Gateshead as well now. So if you're a Yeovil fan, you've gone all that way and your team's not even rewarding you for it. What's happening to CW Radio? They're not airing Cov games, says Lee Dan. Are they not? I'm surprised if they're not. I mean, obviously I don't listen to them because I do my own commentary or I'm at the game. But yeah, I didn't know that. Well, there you go. We'll try and get everyone who usually listens to that to come over here instead. Bristol City with possession here in Coventry's half. If you've just joined us, we're halfway through the first half. It's still 0-0. There hasn't been anything amazing to take away from this opening 23 minutes, but it's very much in the balance, maybe just. I mean, Bristol City have had a couple of shots from distance. Coventry haven't really had a shot, but we've tried to get forwards when we can. This game needs something to happen for it to come to life. Probably does need a goal, if we're being honest. Bristol City get a free kick on the halfway line. Try tuning into CWR. Nothing, says Lee. I don't know why then. Why are championship attendances so bad, says Daylight Time Lapses. Mate, what are you on about? I completely disagree with that. Bear in mind, this is the second division of English football. It's got a better attendance than surely every other second division in Europe. If anything, it's got better attendances than quite a few first divisions. So I don't know how many is at this game. I mean, obviously I can see a few empty seats, but I would say 20,000, probably more. And at Coventry, you know, we're probably going to average about 27,000 this season. At Leeds and Sheffield Wednesday, they'll get good numbers. Sunderland as well. So I think the championship attendances are far from bad. Bristol City with possession here. There's really not a lot going on at the minute. There hasn't been a chance for about 5 or 10 minutes. Just keeping the ball for now, Bristol City. Having said that, they lump it forwards and Latibodia heads it, and then Binks heads it, and it goes back to Dovin. Although Binks and Sinclair Armstrong are having a couple of words there. Is that something to watch out for in the second half? They've had a couple of run-ins. Not many goals today. We got an early goal at QPR, and then that's it. I mean, we got a goal for Tranmere and a couple of goals in the National League, but still goalless at Hull City v Millwall, and still goalless at Brighton v Manchester United as well. Serie A is bad, says Daylight Time Lapses. Yeah. Oh, chance here for Bristol City. The keeper makes a save, and now the referee is signalling to bring some medics on because there was a clash between Sinclair Armstrong and Dovin, and I'm not sure what's happened. Let's have a look. So there was a chance on. They sort of crashed together. I can't tell what happens. So it was a through ball. Sinclair Armstrong is just showing his power. He shakes off Latibodia. He's one-on-one, but he can't quite get to the ball before Dovin. They kind of crash into each other, and they're both on the floor receiving some treatment. Dovin, I think, has done something to his knee. And then as for Sinclair Armstrong, I'm not sure what he's done, but he's lying down on his side. Portsmouth or Derby? Which club is better? Oh, I don't like answering those. I don't like answering them. I'll let people in the live chat answer that. Which club is better out of Portsmouth or Derby? I mean, historically, gotta say Derby, right? If you're comparing the histories. But then I'll upset Portsmouth fans saying that. I like both of them. Dallow nearly scored for Manchester United, says Traveller UK. Yeah, still goalless over there. Cov probably get 28, 29k for home games this season. Yeah. Guys, let's do another like spike while we've got a stoppage in play for a second. If we get everyone, and I mean everyone, to hit the like button, can we get to 200 likes? Why not? We've got 30 to go. There's got to be 30 people watching that have not hit the like button. Make sure to hit the like button. And if you've not subscribed, how close are we? 16. That's not bad. Anyone that's not subscribed, get involved. We'll try and hit 72.5, which would be absolutely amazing. So like and subscribe and keep your comments coming. And it looks like the game is about to carry on here. Oh, we've got a goal in the Championship. All right, you ready for this? It's at QPR and it's for Plymouth. Morgan Whittaker. QPR 1, Plymouth 1. Get a load of that. Well done, Plymouth. They are back in the game. All right, back to this game. Dovin is back on his feet. He's carrying on. It looks like Sinclair Armstrong is going to carry on as well. It was just a heavy collision for both of them, wasn't it? Coventry City have possession here with Milan van Ivak. And now Latibodia. And now Radoni, Sakamoto, and back to Van Ivak. Thoughts on Bristol City so far? Yeah, they've been pretty good. It's fairly even, actually. I mean, it's really difficult to take much away from this. Bristol City are definitely doing better on the stats, but Coventry, I wouldn't say we've been in peril. We've been on the back foot for bits, but I don't know. It feels like both teams might be able to go up a couple of gears in the second half. Oh, dearie me. Okay, that is quite the turn of events. Plymouth have just equalised, and now they are down to 10 men. Oh dear, oh dear. So it's QPR 1, Plymouth 1, and a minute after they equalised, Forshaw has been sent off. So Plymouth have hit the self-destruct button. Still 1-1, but they are down to 10 men. Oh dear. There's still 60 minutes to go there. There's still 60 minutes to go here. 30 minutes played. And there's still Bristol City 0. Coventry City 0. Nice movement here as they come down the right-hand side, Bristol City. Oh, this is dangerous. Here comes the cross. And Milan van Evak heads it away for a Bristol City throw-in. Who's Coventry's standout player? Says Lee. Is Sheaf on the bench? Well, I'd say Ben Sheaf is the standout player. But he is injured at the minute. And I didn't actually look at our bench. I'd be surprised if he's on the bench because he's not fit at the minute, is he? No. Norman Bassett, our new signing, is on the bench. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if he comes on. But Ben Sheaf will probably be back after the international break. Paul says, did you get it all sorted with YouTube? Yes, it's all back to normal. Yeah, that was a horrible situation, but it's all sorted. Still 0-0 as Coventry City get themselves a corner. Good play there from Ellis Sims to win the corner. Got to try and make use of this. Get the big players up there. Get it on one of their heads. I feel like that's one thing we're maybe not got a particular strength in. Set pieces. I don't usually get like too excited for a corner, but let's see. Famous last words, maybe? It's going to be Victor Torp. He plays it short to Radoni, back to Torp, and it's cleared away for a Coventry throw-in. It was a nice routine, but Bristol City dealt with it, and Coventry get a throw-in now. Goal in the Premier League. Danny Welbeck against his former team for Brighton. Uh-oh, the Man United fans are not going to be happy. Brighton 1, Manchester United 0. Share your thoughts. Danny Welbeck with the goal there. Scored last week as well, didn't he? Still goalless in both of the League One games. Still 1-1 at QPR. Plymouth down to 10 men. Still goalless at Hull City v Millwall. And still goalless here, of course, as Bristol City come forwards. And that is some really good defending there by Jake Bidwell to snuff out Sinclair Armstrong as he was closing in on the goal. Coventry City go back to Dovin. Offside goal for Man United, says daylight time lapses. I always struggle with that. A little bit of a tongue twister for me. Yeah, still 1-0 to Brighton. Still goalless in this one. We just don't really have like a set piece taker, do we? Like when it comes to corners and stuff. I'm just thinking back to that corner. Like if it had worked, that'd have been great. I wonder, would Milan van Evak have a good corner on him? Would that be a bad shout? Got very lucky there. Why is Torp dribbling there? Yeah, I don't know. Dangerous, wasn't it? Where will Nottingham Forest finish? Someone's asked. I think I predicted them about 14th. I think me and... Did I say 14th and Sophie said 15th? I think that's what we've said for Forest this season. If you've got any questions, get them in the live chat. Thanks to everyone who's joined us. We've got 200 people watching, which is great. Still 0-0. It's not really been the most exciting game, but surely it can only get better. It's a very tactical matchup. It's very different to what we saw between Bristol City and Millwall and Coventry and Oxford. Both teams here are just thinking, let's tone it down a little bit. Let's not concede loads of goals, and 0-0 sort of reflects what we've seen. I mean, Bristol City, as I say, have had some decent moments, but there you go. Lofted ball forwards, headed away by Binks. Sakamoto has an opening here down the right-hand side. Oh, good. Ah, jeez. Heavy touch from Milan Van Evak. Still a chance here maybe for... Oh, okay. It's fallen for Hadji Wright. This is dangerous. Hadji Wright to Jake Bidwell. His cross. Torp. Oh, was there a push? I don't think the ref would give that. And in fact, has he given a free kick to Bristol City? I'm astonished. I'm astonished at that. Really? Unless he's offside. But... What actually happened? How did he commit a foul? Game's gone soft. There you go. This game needs a goal, says Sean. Yeah. Chambers says top man, Matt SB. You know how it is. Leicester will lose the league, says Daylight Time Lapses. They will lose the league? What does that mean? Do you mean they'll come last? They might do, but they got a good draw against Tottenham, didn't they, on Monday? George says that was a push on Torp. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think watching it back, there wasn't really a foul either way. But as soon as like any contact is made, the referee feels like he has to get involved and be like, oh no, we can't have that. They barely touched each other. Uh-oh. Victor Torp runs into... Oh, sorry, it's Josh Eccles who gave it away, and Bristol City come forwards and Coventry clear it. Yeah, still 0-0. Same old, same old. Any changes at Brighton? Still 1-0 to Brighton. Still goalless at Hull City v Millwall. And still 1-1 between QPR and 10-man Plymouth. Let's have a look. Get Eccles off, he's awful, says FC Happy. Do you know what? I used to really not like Eccles. But he kind of grew on me a bit last season. But he's not perfect, I agree. But no one's perfect, obviously. But I think when you're next to Sheaf, you know, you can get away with some of the misplaced passes and stuff. When Sheaf's not in the team, I mean... Everyone's just more exposed, including Josh Eccles, and he's doing okay today. I don't think he's disastrous, but yeah, I'm not like, I don't know. What's everyone's thoughts on Josh Eccles? I'm kind of like down the middle on Josh Eccles. Sam says, Matt, why aren't you going to the match? I don't do every away game. I'd love to, but it is difficult in terms of, you know, paying for it and juggling the commitments of having a kid as well. I mean, I know there's plenty of fans of every team that go to every away game, and I absolutely salute that. And there's people that don't even have lots of money that go to every game, and I just think that's amazing. I go to every home game and then about, I don't know, 8, 9 away games each year, which I think is pretty good, to be fair, isn't it? Don't question my loyalty. I mean, I probably did used to do more. I think when we were in League One, I used to try and do about 15 away games a year. And now I'd probably do about 8 or 9. Bristol City corner, by the way. COSL says he is fine when it comes to Josh Eccles. Bristol City's corner is taken short. And now to the edge of the box where a cross comes in and Dovin comes out and collects it. Still 0-0. Come on, Bristol City, says the life of Riley. Paul in Asia says, I didn't know you had a kid. Yes, I do. I have a son. He's 18 months in a week or two. And yeah, in 2 weeks, he's going to be 18 months. I don't know where that time's gone. Marcus says, because it's Bristol. Who wants to travel there? I've been to Bristol a few times. I mean, I have done Ashton Gate before. I've done Bristol Rovers before as well. I could think of worse places. There's some places up north that I don't really fancy visiting again. Josh Eccles off for Brandon Thomas Asante, says George. It's a very attacking change if he does that. Jake Bidwell's just picked up a yellow card, by the way. Still 0-0. Okay, we've got a goal in League One. Might not come as a massive surprise that the Stockport train is chugging along again. Louis Barry again. Mate, I honestly think we're going to see Stockport in the Championship soon. Maybe next year. They are flying already. That'll be 3 wins for 3 if they win that. It's still the first half, but there you go. 1-0 to Stockport. Still goalless between Bristol City and Coventry here. If you've just joined us, there hasn't been lots of good moments in this game. Bristol City have had the lion's share, but 0-0, still relatively fair. Guys, we are 2 likes away from 200. 2 likes to go. Hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes. That would be amazing before half time. 200 likes. We can do it. Hit the like button. Anyone that's not subscribed, how are we doing? Hey, look. 13 to go. Make sure you're subscribed and we'll hit another milestone. So like and subscribe. Bristol City have a throw in here on the halfway line. We've got 3.5 minutes to find a goal. Otherwise it's going to be 0-0 at half time. Yeovil have pulled one back at Gateshead, by the way. I'd just seen that in the National League. But Gateshead have scored again. Gateshead 3, Yeovil 1. What a game that is. Gateshead 3, Yeovil 1. Still goalless here as Bristol City come forwards. And once again, it's that man there, Sinclair Armstrong, who's been a real handful. He drags his shot wide. So it goes out for a goal kick to Coventry. But it does feel like we are at that point where if Bristol City score and it's Sinclair Armstrong, we could be like, well, that was coming. Do you know what I mean? And I want to try and nip that in the bud. We need to go and get a goal because they are threatening to get one themselves. But Sinclair Armstrong wastes that chance. Matt, I got promoted to Legendary 1 in FC Mobile after a last-minute winner in the 93rd minute. Well done. Well done, mate. I haven't played FC whatever since it was called FIFA. And that was about 4 years ago now. Bristol City coming forwards here. Just don't concede before half-time. 0-0's fine at half-time. Just don't concede just before it. Coventry City coming forwards here with Hadji Wright. Unlucky. That chance is nipped in the bud. He was coming down the left-hand side. His cross was caught out. Still 0-0. I don't think there's going to be a lot of added time, if I'm being honest. Probably 1 minute. Have you been to the Riverside? Do you think Borough will finish above Coventry? I have been to the Riverside. I went when we drew 1-1 on the final day of the season before last. And then obviously we beat you in the playoffs, didn't we? I think Middlesbrough will have a good season. I think they will be in and around the playoffs again. Bristol City are now on the attack as we edge towards first half stoppage time. And Bristol City are going to get a free kick in a good position here. And this is definitely Scott Twine territory. He's a good free kick taker. We saw that before, especially when he played for, who was it, MK Dons? And he's about 27 yards out. Maybe 30. Might be a little bit far, but I don't know. It's not a bad position. So as we come into first half stoppage time, of which I think there's going to be about a minute. It hasn't said yet. I don't know if there's any. But this is a really good position. 3 minutes, by the way. 3 minutes added on. Oh, yeah, of course. There was the collision, wasn't there? So that makes sense. 3 added minutes, and Bristol City have a free kick about 30 yards out, which Scott Twine is going to take. I don't like this. Steps up. Oh, okay. Corner. I thought Dovin was going to catch that. He got across, and then he just sort of punched it, and it's gone out for a corner. Let's have a look. Here's a replay. So it's a corner to Bristol City. The free kick was... Yeah, it wasn't... Yeah, I mean, better safe than sorry from Dovin. I thought he could have caught that, but at least he's kept it out. It's gone for a corner, and let's not concede here. The corner comes in. Oh my goodness me! What a goal for Bristol City! That is... What a goal! Oh my God! Sometimes you have to step back and say, well done. What a bloody strike that is. Well, look, we said about the free kick before, if the keeper catches that, you don't get the corner. So, well, there you go. Let's have a look at this. The corner came in, it was headed away. I mean, I can't help but feel there's a little bit of obstruction there. I don't think that's going to be ruled out. There's a Bristol City player lying between the keeper's legs. Is he offside there? I mean, he is as well, but there's no VAR in this league. And what a strike that is. What a strike. It's going to stand. I think, look, I'm not being a whinger, but if this was the Premier League, that wouldn't stand because... There's a Bristol City player literally lying between the keeper's legs in an offside position. But there you go. What a goal that is, though. What a bloody strike that is. That's like me down the park. Smashed it in on the volley into the top corner. Great finish. Beautiful goal. Brilliant. Yeah. Well, you guys are right. It is a great goal. It is a beautiful finish. I just can't help but feel a little bit, not completely upset, but just a little bit like that wouldn't stand in the Premier League just because of the player lying between the keeper's legs. But ultimately, I'm not going to rule out what is a brilliant goal. And there you go. Coventry are going to have to come from behind. That is going to be goal of the week. That is just outrageous. I want to watch that back at half-time, as much as it pains me. What a goal that was. So, the half-time whistle is just about to go. Coventry City with possession. Well, this teaches us a lesson. Get out your shell a bit earlier. Sakamoto dispossessed. Here's a chance for Coventry. Just before the half-time whistle goes, here's Hadji Wright in the box. Possible chance this. Hadji Wright. Oh, good defending from Bristol City. That's not foul. It's the half-time whistle, though. And it's half-time. And it's Coventry losing to Bristol City 1-0. Look, it's not the end of the world. It's only half-time. It's only one goal. But... there's certain times you don't want to concede. Just before half-time, just after half-time. I mean, you don't want to concede ever, let's be honest. But, do you know what? I hope Mark Robins goes in there and just says, well, we need to attack now. We're bloody losing. What a goal by Tanner. What a goal. Jeez. We'll come out flying second half, says George. We need to. Burgee says, what a goal. Yeah. George says Dovin couldn't move. That's my complaint. That's my only thing with that goal. The defender, well, I don't know who he is. There's a Bristol City player lying on the floor between the keeper's legs. and the keeper, I'm not sure if he'd have saved it anyway. It's such a good goal. But he can't even attempt to save it because there's a player between his legs who is offside. Look, it's 1-0. Is it fair? Meh, on the balance of things, either Bristol City being a goal up or level would be fair. Coventry don't deserve to be winning. 0-0 would have been relatively fair, but at the same time, Bristol City have been a bit better. So let's hope Coventry come out much better in the second half. What are people saying? Outthought, outfought, and outplayed, says Comical Boxer. Yeah, thankfully it's only halfway through, so we've got time to fix this. And you'd like to think that because we've had a bad half, it'll be followed by a good half. But if we're going to win, we're going to have to do it the hard way. I just can't. I just don't want to lose this one. Like, we can't keep starting seasons slow. All right, what about if I ask you guys now, Coventry fans, would you take a draw? I think you're more likely to say yes now we're losing. But it's still possible we might win. Who knows? Bod says we looked awful. Paul says stop whinging. Mate, Paul, I can do what I want. I don't think it's been like good. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing, yeah. I'm very balanced actually. I'm not, right, by the way, I'm not saying I'm really upset, and I'm not whinging that much anyway. I'm just saying like it's a bit annoying. But I do think that people are entitled to a viewpoint. If you're going to cheer when your team's doing well, you are also allowed to, you know, show the opposite of that when you're losing. It's not like, well, you know, we have to just be happy all the time. Look, at the end of the day, it's not game over. We've not played terrible, but we've not been good. I'd say we've been below par. It's not game over, though. We could still get back into this, and that's what I'm hoping for. I'm cheering the team on, mate. But we're going to have to do it from behind. Draws are not getting us promoted, says John. The goal doesn't change the fact Cov are poor, says Marcus. Hi, Matt. Where do you see Coventry finishing this season? I don't know. Still too early. I said playoffs at the start of the season. Playoffs is a good season. I know some people said automatics. It's possible, but I think playoffs is still very good. Let's not get too carried away. Totally passive defence. Why the hell are we passing it around at the back so much? I mean, it feels to me as if the approach is a little bit like when we played Bristol City away in the Cup. And I think if it was 0-0 at half-time, we'd have all been like, we haven't played well, but at least we're not losing. But now we've conceded, it changes everything. You know, we can't just go and pinch this 1-0. If we're going to win, we have to do it from behind now. So it's going to require quite a lot of guts and bravery and hard work. We might be able to. We might be able to. I just don't want to lose it. Let's go through the half-time scores. By the way, please drop a like. Please make sure to subscribe as well. Matt, don't be rude and obnoxious saying I could do what I want. You'll lose viewers if you disrespect us. What is going on? I didn't really say that like that. I didn't say I could do what I want. I'm not swearing. I'm very respectful on this channel. I was just saying someone's telling me to stop whinging, and I don't think I've really been whinging. But I can if I want to, is what I said, which I can do. So, there you go. Right, what was I going to do? I was going to run through the half-time scores. There's a goal at Brighton. We already mentioned that, of course. Brighton 1, Manchester United 0. That's a half-time score. Bristol City 1, Coventry City 0, obviously. Hull City 0, Millwall 0. QPR 1, 10-man Plymouth 1. Still goalless between Burton and Stevenage. 1-0 to Stockport against Bristol Rovers. Crewe 0, Swindon 0. Tranmere 1, Walsall 0. Remember, Walsall did miss a penalty. And Gateshead, just 2-1. It did look like they scored a third. Maybe it was disallowed. Gateshead 2, Yeovil 1. If you've got any questions, guys, do get them down below. Let us know your thoughts. What's with the Karen in the chat, says George. I don't know. I mean, do you know what? I feel like I get caught between two sets of viewers sometimes. You get the viewers that... Here's my thoughts, by the way, on that first half. I didn't really give an analysis. We've not been great. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not losing 3-0. We've not been, like, absolutely atrocious. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not going in on them saying, we've been the worst I've ever seen. I'm going to swear this, that and the other. It's just been bad. It's been below par, but... We're still in the game, and I hope it gets better. But defensively, I have always been a bit worried. Then you get loads of different people in the live chat. You get the ones that are a bit more negative and a bit like, no, I think it's been worse than what you think, Matt. You get people that are like, no, come on, Matt, be positive. We're still going to win. And mate, it's a matter. I'm not here to disagree with people. Football is just about opinions. If we can all share our opinions without getting angry at the other person sharing their opinions. That's what we're after. Right, let's have a look. Armstrong defo obstructed the keeper. Is that who it was between the keeper's legs? Is that who it was? I'm a Bristol City fan. I could see Matt's point about Armstrong being on the floor. Yeah, and by the way, I'm not taking away from what a great goal that is. And if I'm a Bristol City fan and it did get disallowed for that, I would be very, very upset. Because the goal itself is absolutely sublime. It's an unbelievable finish. And I'm not taking away that Bristol City have been better than Coventry as well. It's not been a battering. It's not been like it should be 3-0. I think 1-0 is relatively fair. But yeah, that was my only thing. I just think in the Premier League, that does get ruled out. Anyway, don't feed the trolls, Matt, says Bod. I'm not going to. Look, we're all here for one cause, right? We all love football. Most of us are Coventry fans. If you're a Bristol City fan, you're still welcome, of course. But... yeah, we will see. Let's just hope the game gets better, and of course there's some goals for Coventry, for us Coventry fans. Let's have a look. It's about time for a change. Come on, MR, says Wayne. Yeah, Mark Robbins. Let's see if he does it. Let's have a look. Amber says, we met at Sheffield Wednesday away. You're an inspiration. Don't listen to them little rats. Oh no, hang on. Whoa. I didn't call anyone any names. Look, I respect people that even have more extreme views on either side of an argument. We're all welcome to be here together. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to bring some harmony here. The point I made, which someone did seem to get upset at, was when I said something along the lines of, I can say what I want. It wasn't me throwing a paddy and being all grumpy. I can do what I want. It wasn't like a child storming off. It was just a sort of, I'm entitled to be happy or sad, and that was it. Let's talk about the football. Enough of that. Dovin needs to take more in his hands if he'd caught that free kick. Yeah, and that was a thing we mentioned. I mean, just before the goal went in, I did make the point that, at least the free kick didn't go in. If you have to be, what do they call it? Better safe than sorry, just tipping out for a corner. But watching it back and now knowing that the corner does end up going in, you're kind of like, yeah, he should have done better. The goal itself, the keeper can't do anything about. Even if the player, Armstrong, wasn't between his legs, I don't think he's saving that because it's such a good volley. But the free kick, maybe he could have gathered it, but it's all hindsight now, isn't it? Right, let's do some full-time predictions. The second half is coming up very soon. So let's see what people think the game is, how the game's going to finish. Hola, Matt SB, says JB. Good to see you, JB. Good luck to Brentford against Liverpool on Monday. Oh, he's just donated as well. What a legend. Right, everyone, get some love to JB. What a nice guy. Thank you so much. Very generous. JB is so kind. Like I say, good luck to Brentford, especially again, because he's so nice. They take on Liverpool on Monday. Thank you, JB. That's what we want. A bit of peace and harmony and support in this live stream. Right, what were we going to say? We were going to say, what's your full-time predictions? Get them down below. I'm going to probably go for a 1-1. I know I originally said 2-2. I will take the 1-1. I just worry if Bristol City get the next goal. I don't know. 2-0's a bit of a mountain, isn't it? 1-0 is capable, is doable. It's, you know, we're capable, but 2-0 would be a bit of a mountain. So we do need to come out a lot better. We can't have more of this just sitting off for a bit. We've got the capability to go at them. Yes, Bristol City are good. I'm not taking that away from them, but we're good as well. So we should be creating some good chances. Showing the love and support, says JB. That's what we want to see. Am I doing that right? Let me look at myself when I'm doing that. Yeah, there you go for JB. Right, let's read out some comments. 2-1 Bristol, says Mark. 2-0 Bristol City, says Anno. Tom B says 2-1 Cov. Christopher says 2-2. Epic Gamer Girl says Coventry win. 3-2 Cov says Daylight Time Lapses. FM says 2-1 Bristol City. 4-1 Cov says Lee Dan. I love it. I mean, look, Lee Dan, we're not arguing, are we? And I love that. If your prediction comes right, I will be absolutely chuffed. So let's hope it does. 2-2 says Joe. Good work, Matt. From Kenya. Look at that. Actually, we haven't done a roll call today. Where are people watching from? Let's see where everyone's tuning in from. Obviously, I am currently in Coventry. But where are you guys? Are you in Coventry? Are you on the other side of the planet? Let us know in the live chat and get your predictions in if you haven't already. The second half is coming up very soon. So let's have a look. 2-2 says the Machronicle. Cornwall, Marcus says. Adelaide says Ross. Pompey says Loca Benz. Thailand, says John. Loftus Road, says Super Hoops. Look at that. We've got someone tuning in who's at the QPR Plymouth game. Bristol, Nottingham, Bristol, Coventry, Hampshire, New Forest, Stoke-on-Trent, Wolverhampton, Colchester, Durham, Ireland. Look at that. A couple of people from Ireland. Australia, Middlesbrough, Derby, Dudley, Edinburgh. Oh, and Simon Jeffries with a donation. What a legend. Thank you so much, Simon. That is really, really appreciated. Love to Simon as well. Let's do that again. Love to Simon and love to JB. Thank you so much for the donations. So kind. Really, really appreciate that. Look at this. We've got someone watching from Cyprus, Glasgow, Wiltshire, Jamaica, Kenya, Sweden, Queens, New York. Look at that. I love New York. I've been twice. Would love to go again. Right. The game is going to restart here because the players are back on the pitch. Do I go for a beer for the second half? I've been good. I've been on the water for the first half. I'm just wondering, do I treat myself to one beer for the second half? Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab a beer. I'm allowed one. It's a Saturday, isn't it? I'm going to grab a beer. Stick around 10 seconds. The game is just about to restart. I'll be back in 10 seconds. Get your predictions in. Right, I'm back just in time for the second half as the ball gets rolling. Oh, I'm going to quickly flash it up. What beer is this? Oh, no, I didn't show it. Ooh, I wonder if any of you could get that. Let's play Guess the Beer. Ooh. Right, the game is back underway. I'm going to sync the timer back up when we get to 48 minutes because I've paused the timer on 48 minutes because we had 3 minutes added at the end of the first half. So the timer will be back in a minute, but the second half is back underway and Bristol City have possession. So, fingers crossed Coventry come out a bit better. Next goal is vital. Vice versa reckons it's red stripe. No. I've got red stripe in my fridge though. A few people are guessing. Oh, here we go. Sean is the first one to get it. We're on Budweiser. I do like red stripe though. I have got red stripe in the fridge. But Sean has got it. Philip says, what subs do you think we'll need to make? Well, we haven't made any yet, have we? But certainly think when we get to 60 minutes, if it's still 1-0, I'd bring on like a Thomas Asante, you know, make an attacking change. So Coventry City have possession here inside Bristol City's half. Like I say, I'm going to put the timer back on there when we get to 48 minutes. For now, keep commenting. Anyone that's watching that hasn't hit the like button, please make sure to drop a like. And anyone watching that hasn't subscribed, we're 4 away from a next milestone. That's incredible. 4 more subscribers. Get involved. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, we're coming up to the 48th minute, so we're going to resync the timer in a second. Coventry City have it here with Hadji Wright down the left-hand side. And that goes out for a Bristol City throw-in, unfortunately. Remember, guys, we will keep you up to date with all of the goals as they go in. We'll keep you across all of the goals. Matt, you should do a guess the drink each week. We'll have to start that, yeah? That could be the newest feature. And we did get someone, I think it was Sean, was it? Who got the beer right. Our road to 100k is on, says George. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like I say, do support the channel. As Coventry City have possession once again inside the Bristol City half. It's a bit better. We're trying to get on the front foot. Nothing to report just yet. And we are up to 48 minutes. So I'm going to resync the timer in a second and carry on from where we were. There we go. We're back up to speed. So this is the live time, as I can see. Coventry City on the front foot. Let's just do a reminder. If you've just joined us, these are the scores at the minute. Brighton 1, Manchester United 0. Bristol City 1, Coventry 0. Hull City 0, Millwall 0. QPR 1, 10-man Plymouth 1. Burton 0, Stevenage 0. Stockport 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Crewe 0, Swindon 0. Tranmere 1, Walsall 0. And Gateshead 2, Yeovil 1. That is all of the live scores across the top 5 divisions in England. The game is paused at the minute as Bristol City have a player down on the floor. Just receiving a little bit of treatment here. I mean, what did he actually do there? I'm watching a replay of it and it doesn't look like he actually did anything, but there you go. He's receiving some treatment anyway. Philip says, you need to buy a variety of beers to keep us guessing. Yeah. 100k for Christmas, says Ella. Oh, I don't know. I think it'll happen in 2025. But yeah, honestly, I do need to take 2 seconds to thank you all for your great support. Look at that, 72,497 people. That is a lot of people. So once again, a massive thank you for your support. And 3 more subscribers to go. 3 more. So do make sure you're getting involved, liking and subscribing. And it looks like Bristol City are going to make a substitution here. Oh, Sean says, guess the beer prize. A free pork and apple batch at the Rico. I didn't know they did them. Do they do that outside the ground? You're telling me something, Sean, that I need to get one. Yeah, so Bristol City are going to make a substitution here. The defender is going to come off. Rob Dickey is coming off for Naismith. We are still separated by that incredible goal from Tanner. George Tanner smashed it right into that top corner on the volley. And that's what separates the 2 teams. Right, keep commenting, keep liking. The game is going to carry on now after a 2-minute pause there. But let's see if we can get to 250 likes next. And let's focus on the action as the game carries on after a pause there for Bristol City. Free kick to Bristol City. Oh, it's already feeling frustrating. I don't know. Just feels a little bit like a lot of teams in this division, as soon as they're 1-0 up against Coventry, they just waste so much time, and it's just so draining, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, Stoke City didn't do that. Stoke were just simply better than us. Bristol City have probably been better than us so far today, but I don't know. Right, we get a goal kick. We've got the ball back now. Come on, a bit more urgency. If we can get an equaliser, let's say before 70 minutes, then that gives us plenty of time to even try and push for a winner. But I'll settle for just getting an equaliser for now. Let's just try and find a way back to level terms. Let's have a look. Sean says that was a few years ago. Oh, mate, they need to bring them back then, don't they? Actually, I'll tell you what I'm probably doing tomorrow. My mum suggested it. I do need to confirm the plans with my partner. I haven't mentioned it to her yet. But anyone that lives in the Midlands, have you heard of... I can't remember what it's called now. You probably won't remember you probably haven't heard of it if I can't remember what it's called. There's a car boot sale somewhere like outside of Coventry that I'm going to try and go tomorrow, and they do like pork batches and stuffing and pork scratching and all that kind of stuff. It's really good. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm going to do that tomorrow, I reckon. Still 1-0 to Bristol City here. Coventry with possession inside their own half. Is Dovin a good goalkeeper, says Rashbad. Oh, Furnace End. There you go. Green Bean has got it. Furnace End. That's the one. That's where I think I'm going tomorrow. Marcus says Wellesbourne. No, it's Furnace End. I've heard of Wellesbourne, but no, I think it's Furnace End. Yeah, it's good, mate. Oh, I'm making myself all hungry just thinking about the food they do there. Oh, chance on for Ellis Sims here. Oh, Ellis Sims. He was through there. He was kind of one-on-one at the angle. And if he'd have lofted it over the keeper, that would have been 1-1. He took it wide, and then his shot just trickled out for a goal kick. But it's better. At least it was an opening. Sims has to do better there, says George. I agree. Who's this guy? Matt, you're great, says Wayne. Oh, mate, I appreciate it. Here come Coventry. Oh, here we go. His chance again. Hadji Wright. What the heck? What? He just smashed it into the side netting. It's like time just froze for a minute. What was that about? Good chance, though. All of a sudden, Coventry are getting right back into this. And, yeah, bit of a waste. But if we keep getting chances like these, we will get back into this. And look, here come a couple of changes. Mason Clark and Casey Palmer are both about to come on for Coventry. Remember, when we played Bristol City in the Cup, it was the substitutions around the 60-minute mark that influenced it. And here comes Casey Palmer against his former team. He comes on for Victor Torp. And Mason Clark comes on for Sakamoto. Come on, boys. Let's get back into this. It's already looking a little bit better. Danny says, I love you. Oh, Danny, I appreciate it. I love you too. George says, we'll start piling the pressure on now. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Already feels like Coventry have got back into it a bit more, doesn't it? So you've got to pray that carries on. Oh, okay. Here's Casey Palmer. Hadji Wright. Oh, good defending, to be fair. It's already a lot better, isn't it? it's in the space of 5 minutes, Coventry have played their best football all game. That's why it can be so frustrating, though. What I don't think we don't necessarily have to dominate a game for 90 minutes to win, but you've got to do it for quite a lot of the game to win, and we just do it in pockets, don't we? I mean, it's already looking a bit better. Bristol City have possession inside their own half. Danny says, "How old are you?" I'll let you guess. When your son gets older, you're going to take him to Cov games? Yes. Yeah, I know some people take their children really young, but I'll probably wait till about 4 or 5. Because that way, I mean, he can really sort of understand it a bit better and appreciate it a bit more. I mean, I could take him when he's 2, but he might not really have any idea, and it might become more of a hindrance just trying to keep him occupied. So I'll try and encourage him to watch it on TV and then start taking him to games. Put him in Singer's Corner at the age of 5. Coventry City have possession here. Hadji Wright. I love that. Well done. Good pass. Oh, okay, well done, Mason Clark. The pass from Hadji Wright was just a little bit heavy, but Mason Clark has won it back. His pass to Van Evac was a bit heavy, and Bristol City clear it. But all of a sudden, it does feel like Coventry are now the team on top. We've got to really build on this. Let's keep creating, get the ball to Sims and Wright, and try and find a way back into this. Surely there's another goal in this game. It'd be very disappointing if it just finishes 1-0. I remember when we played these away last year and we lost 1-0, and we had so many chances in the first half in particular, and we just didn't take them. So touch wood, that doesn't happen. Bristol City passing it around in the middle of the park. Hey, thank you so much for your support, guys. Thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. We're doing really, really well. Matt is 45, says George. I am not. Did anyone get it right? Michael was closest. He said 26. I'm 25. Here's a chance for Bristol City. The cross comes in, headed away by Latibodia. I mean, that's what we've got to be really careful of. Let's not concede on the counter-attack. There's a goal in the Premier League. Brighton 1, Manchester United 1. It is Diallo on 60 minutes who has levelled it up. Brighton 1, Manchester United 1, which is actually what I predicted. So for my prediction, I hope that stays the same. Bristol City have won themselves a free kick here, pretty much next to the corner flag inside Coventry's half. Deep in the corner there. Let's not concede this. Conceded from our last set piece that Bristol City took. Bristol City take it short. Oh, good save. That is a good save. Well, if anyone is pointing the finger at Dovin earlier for the goal we conceded, you know, in the build-up to it from the corner, I think he's made up for it there. That's a good save. It's a sharp save down to his near corner. In the bottom corner on his near post. And Bristol City have a corner now that we have to defend. Let's just not let it get to 2. Corner goes in and it goes through everyone. It's still 1-0 to Bristol City. Still 1-1 between QPR and Plymouth. And still 0-0 between Hull and Millwall. Good block, says Sean. Yeah, it was a good block actually as well, because there was a shot which Dovin saved, and then there was a rebound which I didn't see who got their body in the way, but it went out for a corner off them. For now, Bristol City have possession here on the edge of the box, and that is going to go out for a Coventry goal kick. So we've got possession back. We've got half an hour to get ourselves up the pitch, and well, we've got half an hour to get up the pitch. We've got half an hour to get back into this game really, and hopefully win it. But let's just start off by trying to find an equaliser. So let's get up the pitch and do that. Bristol City are making a couple of changes here as Mehmeti and Mayulu are going to come on. And Sinclair Armstrong and Scott Twine come off. So double change there for the Robins. Do you watch Formula 1, Matt? No, I don't really. George does. George in the live chat. Well, I don't know if he watches a lot of it, but he was there the other day. You have to have a chat with him in the live chat. Sophie likes Formula 1. I'll watch it if it's on, but I don't really say I'm a massive fan. Danny says, let's go for 450 likes. Well, we've gone past 250, so let's push to 300 next. Make sure you're liking. Hit that like button, guys. Coventry lose possession. It's a Bristol City throw-in inside the Coventry half. We've got to try and keep that intensity. We had a good little spell for 5 minutes. We've got to build on that. Here we go. Loca Ben says they take on Portsmouth, or what's left of Portsmouth, after Kaminski tried to kill them all. People are picking up on that comment that I made. I know, but it's true though, isn't it? He did try to kill them all. Ball goes out for Bristol City throw-in. It's a poor pass from Rodoni. Stockport are 2-0 up apparently. Let's have a look. They are. Yep, and it's Wootton who's made it 2-0. And I think I predicted 2-0, so I'm happy if it stays like that now. I can't see where my predictions sheet is, but yeah, I think I said 2-0. I also said this game would finish 2-2, and it's 1-0 with 26 minutes to go. Thoughts on sauce on a crisp sandwich? I don't know how to answer that. I would say no. I've had crisp sandwiches before, but I've never put sauce in them. I don't know. I'm happy to have a crisp sandwich, but sauce would not really do it for me. Lofted ball forwards here for Bristol City. Oh, that's a foul. Come on. Yeah, well spotted, ref. Latibodia just pushed over there by Mayulu. So Coventry free kick inside our own half. Come on, let's get back into this. The sooner we equalise, the more chance we have of actually trying to take all 3 points. But I wonder if that's slipping away now. Hope not. Lofted ball forwards here from Binks. Hadji right. No, we've got to get more bodies forwards. We still look really short up top. We've got like 4 attacking players, and Bristol City have got about 8 players back there dealing with it. It's got to be better, lads. The ball goes back to Dovin. Come on, a bit more intensity. Come on, please. Here is... who was that? Was that Rodoni? No, that was Josh Eccles, sorry. This is Mason Clark now. He finds Rodoni down the right-hand side. He goes back to Josh Eccles. Oh my God, Josh Eccles. What was that? Just gave the ball away. Well done, Hadji Wright. Well done. He gets back there and does the defending for the midfielders. Right, let's ask you guys a question. For the Coventry fans in here, if we could sign one more player, and you get to choose the position, what are you saying? For me, it's between a centre-back and a centre-mid. What are you saying? If we could sign one more player, what position do you want them to be? I think preferably a centre-mid. But I don't know, maybe like a defensive one. Coventry have some defending to do. Well done, Milan Van Evac. Good defending. Uses his pace to get to the ball first there, and Coventry City deal with that threat. Let's have a look. Centre back, midfield, centre back, centre mid, Hamer, centre back, Callum Doyle. Get rid of Kitchen, centre back. You guys are the same as me. Split down the middle between a centre back or a centre mid. Match B, who do you think will be the best out of the 3 Championship teams? Oh, it's disappeared. He's deleted his own comment. The 3 promoted teams in the Premier League and Championship. In the Premier League, I said Ipswich would stay up, and their business has been good, so I think they will have the best chance, in my opinion. Leicester might be okay, but I worry about their finances and FFP and punishments and whatnot. And in the Championship, I think Portsmouth are going to be the best. Oxford looked quite good last week. Derby, they won last week, but I've not been too impressed with Derby. We're halfway through the second half, still 1-0 to Bristol City. This is annoying now because we had a good little spell for 5 minutes and then it's gone. We had a little spell and that was it apparently. Come on. The game's slipping away, lads. It's just a needless defeat at this point if we lose it. Oh, here come Bristol City. Lofted ball forwards. Well done, Louis Banks. Bristol City win the ball back. Got to give them credit. They've been all right. I mean, Bristol City have been not as attacking in the second half, obviously, because they're winning. Okay, we got a throw in here. This is set up for Coventry to really push for an equaliser, but just not seeing it yet. Anyway. Right, how close are we to 300 likes? We're about 30 away. Let's keep pushing, guys. Please make sure to drop a like. 300 is the target today. Get involved. Like, subscribe, comment. Jake Bidwell throws it to Hadji Wright. Here's Josh Eccles. Here's Bidwell. Here's Casey Palmer. He finds Latibodia. And he finds Binks. Now Casey Palmer again. Come on, boys. Got to progress it a bit more. Oh, wow. Okay. Manchester United have turned it around. 2-1 Manchester United. What on earth? Brighton have thrown it away. Brighton 1, Manchester United 2. Well, that's what Coventry need to take inspiration from. We need to come from behind. Plenty of time to win this, says George. Well, there's 45 minutes in a half and we've seen 25 of them go now. So we're making it harder every minute. Does Dovin have a good long ball? I don't know. I haven't really picked up on that. No, I wouldn't say yes or no, to be honest. His distribution today's been all right. There's been 1 or 2 loose balls though. Oh, jeez. We're really bad at set pieces, aren't we? We had a free kick on the right hand side there and we crossed it and the keeper O'Leary catches it literally unchallenged. Come on, boys. Coventry should bring back Jody Jones. Well, yeah, no, he's doing very well for Notts County, isn't he? And their other player, Crowley, he's... Oh, is it disallowed? Is it disallowed at Brighton? It's gone back to 1-1. I think it might have been disallowed, which is good for my prediction. Chance for Bristol City. Memeti. Oh, dear me. I think that's going to be a corner for Bristol City. Oh, jeez. They were in behind then. Really good chance. Corner ball for Bristol now. Oh, jeez. But yes, to confirm, Manchester United's second goal has been disallowed. Offside. Joshua Zirkzee, apparently. I hope it stays 1-1 for my prediction, that game. Speaking of 1-1s, I'd just be happy for Coventry to take a 1-1 at this point now. Bristol City take their corner short and Coventry clear it, but geez, we need to get up the pitch a bit more. Come on. At what point do you take a midfielder off and bring on a striker? Oh, speak of the devil, here's Thomas Asante coming on. Who's he coming on for? Number 9. Oh, Ellis Sims. I don't know. Because we're losing, I'd keep the extra striker. I'd go 3 strikers. De Silva comes on for Bidwell. We're making like for like changes. If we get back into the game, then great, okay. But I'd change up the formation a bit and go like an extra striker instead of a midfielder or something. So De Silva and Thomas Asante are on. Bidwell and Sims have come off. Oh, I just don't want to lose this 1-0. That'd be so frustrating. Please, just get an equaliser. Let's leave with a point now. I know there's people in the live chat that'll still think, look, we can win this, let's win this, but I'll take a draw. Oh, jeez. Come on. Forwards, lads, forwards, come on. We've got the ball here, just inside the Bristol City half. Binks goes out to Hadji Wright on the left. Can he make something happen? Hadji Wright. Goes back to Jay De Silva. Jay De Silva. Goes to Hadji Wright. Now Rodoni. Now Eccles. Now back to Rodoni. Bristol City are keeping a good shape, and that is just not what we need. What are we doing? Jay De Silva's pass to Casey Palmer was loose, and Bristol City now have the ball back. Okay, we've won the ball. Oh, that's a free kick. Yeah, thank you. Casey Palmer wins a free kick. It's about 30 yards out. It's a bit far, in my opinion. Oh, we take it. Oh, we took it short. I swear every time Coventry try and do a quick free kick, the referees never allow it, do they? So, free kick for Coventry, about 30 yards out. Equalizer is coming, says George. Sky Blue Sam says, don't forget Hadji Wright could pop a famous last-minute goal. Keep the faith. Yeah, look, I am keeping the faith. It's just a bit frustrating sometimes, isn't it? But you're right. I think it makes sense now, doesn't it? In terms of if you bring a striker off, Robbins takes Sims off. Because Hadji Wright seems to just know in the 90th minute how to score, doesn't he? Casey Palmer takes the free kick. Oh, I think it took a deflection. Is it a corner? It is. Okay. Who did that deflect off? Oh, no, it did. It did. Yeah. Sorry, it's that replay there. It sort of glanced off the upper leg on one of the players in the wall. So, corner to Coventry in front of the thousands of Coventry fans that have made the journey. This would be great if we could equalise here. Corner goes in. Blimey neck. Goes over everyone. I just don't get it. How do we not have someone that does set pieces? Here's Mason Clark. He's kept it alive down the right-hand side. He crosses it. Oh, Palmer! Yes! Looks good, looks fine. Casey Palmer's on the mind. Against his former team, Casey Palmer finishes it. Oh, and there's a fight. There's a fight. The referee's going to have to sort this out. The Bristol City players are fighting with the Coventry players because we've equalised. Looks good, looks fine. Casey Palmer's on my mind. Yes, come on. 1-1. Well, the corner, let's be honest, the corner was pretty rubbish, but Mason Clark does really well to keep the ball alive. He crosses it into the box and no one deals with it. Casey Palmer, what a goal that is. In a box full of bodies, Casey Palmer is the coolest man in there, brings it down with his right foot and sticks it with his left foot into the top right corner. What a goal that is. Wow, 1-1. Get in there, come on. Get in there, yes. Oh, dear me. Wow, everyone's happy in the live chat. That's what we want to see. Well, is there time for a winner? Let's see. Kieran says, it's not if you start a fight, we finish the fight, says Kieran. Oh dear. I don't know what actually happened. I've just missed a replay of what actually happened there. Anyone that's watching it, if you just saw the replay, what started that commotion? It's all broken up now, but Coventry scored and Casey Palmer went off celebrating. Was it Williams for Bristol City that went over to him and it all kicked off? Can't be sure what happened there. But there you go, 1-1. 12 minutes to go. Let's see, is there a winner in store? Hadji Wright's picked up a yellow card. Joe Williams has picked up a yellow card. God knows. Let's have a look. People in the live chat saying Coventry are going to go and win it now. Well, if we do, that would be some statement. Bristol City make a change. Earthy comes on for Sykes. So, let's catch up on the scores, guys. It's level almost everywhere. Brighton 1, Manchester United 1, Bristol City 1, Coventry 1, Hull City 0, Millwall 0, QPR 1, Plymouth 1. And remember, Plymouth have been down to 10 men since the 30th minute. I've got to say, if Plymouth can leave QPR with a draw with 10 men, I think they've done very well. Let's see if we've got a winner in store here. Here's Casey Palmer. Radoni, back to Casey Palmer, and it's going to go out for a throw-in to Bristol City. No, sorry, to Coventry City. Jay Da Silva is in a rush to take this. 11 minutes to go. And wouldn't it be something if Coventry win? Surely the momentum is with Coventry now. I don't think we've had on the whole, a great game. I've seen Coventry play better than this, but I don't know. Football has a weird habit of throwing up results that you maybe didn't see coming, and yeah, maybe Coventry with the momentum go and win it. We've got a throw in here inside the Bristol City half, which Da Silva is going to take again. Yeah, you look at the stats here. Shots. Bristol City have had 10. Coventry have only had 6 today. I'm happy for Casey Palmer, but isn't it typical against his former team as well? Really good goal that though. Let's have a look. Everyone's saying about Casey Palmer scored. What a fantastic equaliser for Coventry, says Christopher. Come on, everyone's saying. Just park a bus against QPR and then you'll win, says Traveller UK. What else have we got? Commotion was started because we scored, says Lee Dan. Well, that's what it was. We upset them by not letting them win anymore. Who knows? They might still win it. Hopefully not. Touch wood. But, yeah. They did have one hand on the 3 points. And we've now come and levelled it up. Free kick to Bristol City just inside the Coventry half. Coventry win the ball. There's a right scrap in the middle there. As players can't get their foot on it. Casey Palmer does well. It's not a foul apparently. He did bring the ball forwards well and then he went down under a challenge, and it's really, the pace of this game is really good. It might have been a really slow burner at the start, but I think we've got a grandstand finish on now because we've got two teams that really want to get this win as well. It's a free kick to Bristol City. Lewis Binks gets a yellow card. So I've got some defending to do here. Once again, guys, we're closing in on 300 likes. Please make sure to drop a like. Subscribe as well. How close are we to 300 likes? 25 to go. We can do that. Come on. Hit that like button, guys. Thank you once again for your support. It's been a really fun stream. Here's hoping that it ends on a good note, but we've got to defend this free kick first. 8 minutes to go. It's whipped in. Oh my gosh. Good save from the goalkeeper. Corner to Bristol City. See, no one there on the last man. Hadji Wright was the last Coventry man there, and once it beat him, it was always going to fall nicely for the last Bristol City player at the end of the line, should we say, of people that were queuing up. His shot was a bit high. It I think it went into the ground, and then Dovin tipped it over. And Bristol City take this corner now, and it beats everyone. Here comes a cross from the other side now, and it's beaten everyone again. And I think Coventry are going to get a throw in here. We are. 7 minutes to go. Coventry throw in inside our own half. Surely, out of these 4 games here, Manchester United, Brighton, Bristol City, Coventry, Hull, Millwall, and QPR, Plymouth, surely in at least one of those games, there's going to be a late winner. There's 4 games there that are all level heading into the final 7 minutes or so. Where do you reckon the late winner's going to come? Is it going to come here? And is it going to come for Coventry? Bristol City take a throw in here. Neither team's just grabbing it by the scruff of the neck at the minute. Ball's launched forwards, and Bristol City bring it under control inside their own half. It's just maybe the scales are tilting a little bit back in favour of Bristol City. What's happened here? The referee's going over. This doesn't look good. Josh Eccles has collapsed. Was it off the ball or what? Josh Eccles is in a bit of discomfort. I don't know what happened. Let's have a look. Yeah, he sort of jolts. He sort of jars his leg, doesn't he? In a challenge, it was on the ball. It was attempting to make a tackle, and I don't think he's massively hurt himself, but he stayed down for a minute, and I think he jars it or he jolts it. So Josh Eccles is just receiving some treatment. Three late winners at all of the championship games. FM 303 reckons. Last minute goal for Hadji Wright, says Danny Jones. It would be typical, wouldn't it? I think Josh Eccles is going to carry on. I mean, he was down in a bit of discomfort. He was really sort of smacking the floor as if to say, I've hurt myself. But he's back up, and I think he's going to carry on. Like I say, having watched the replay back, I think he jars his leg or jams it in a challenge. But he seems okay. He's walking. So, we carry on. I think, by the way, don't go anywhere. We're going to get quite a bit of stoppages because at the very start of the second half, Bristol City had a player down, didn't they? Rob Dickey. We've just had Josh Eccles. And with everything else on top, I'm saying we're getting about 8 minutes. I reckon 8 minutes. What do you guys think in the live chat? Nice play. Oh, well done, Casey Palmer. He's been really good since he's come on. This is one of the best games I've seen from him in a while. Casey Palmer's ball is not given up by Hadji Wright. Oh, well done, Hadji Wright. Oh, and Jada Silva's pass goes astray, but Coventry get a throw in the Bristol City half here, deep inside it. Sky Blue Storm reckons it'll be about 8 minutes. Asante has played 2 or 3 games already, says George. His time is surely going to come, innit, to get, like, I don't know, like a goal. Well, yeah, more than just a goal. Like, hit a bit of form or something. And you want that to happen, don't you? You want him to be giving Ellis Sims and Hadji Wright a real battle to just keep their place. We've got another injury here as Earthy, who's just come on for Bristol City, is down holding his leg. There's going to be a lot of stoppages. Maybe about 10 minutes or something at this rate. And the referee is heading over to give someone a yellow card here. Who's that? We've already had a few yellows today. Who's he giving a yellow to now? Who was that for? I didn't see. Was it for Casey Palmer? I think that's 6 yellows we've had in this game. Coventry have had 4 of them. Yeah, it is for Casey Palmer. So this game's had 6 yellow cards. Coventry have had 4 of them. It's a bit stop-start at the minute, but it just takes a moment of magic to snatch all 3 points. Earthy is just off the side of the pitch for a minute. Palmer always plays well against former clubs. Jonah reckons it'll be 7 minutes. Jade B-Man reckons it'll be 4 minutes. Corey reckons 9 minutes. I'm going to say 8. I think 8. And I'm looking at the other scores to see if we get a late twist in the tail in any of them. Is there going to be any late drama anywhere? Bristol City coming forwards here, and Coventry City pick up the ball and come away with it. Rodoni and Eccles gets away with that. Coventry City, as I say, with possession now. Mate, if we turn 1 point into 3 here, I'll be well happy. Oh, a poor back pass there has given Mason Clark a chance. His shot was a bit ambitious. Took a shot on from about 25 yards and it trickles wide. Goal kick to Bristol City. It's really nice movement, isn't it? He's really nimble and fast. I think the shooting and the goals are going to come for Mason Clark. He was, prolific at times for Peterborough. I think that will come for Coventry as well. Thomas Asante here. What happened there? He just went down and the ref's like not interested. Okay. Well, here's the moment of truth. How much stoppages are we going to get? I reckon about 8 minutes. Feel free to guess. Can you live stream Man City against Ipswich? No, I won't, I'm afraid. I'm driving off somewhere after I've finished this stream. So, I can't, I'm afraid. But, as I say, stick around. We've got some stoppages to play with here. How close are we to 300 likes, by the way? That was the target today. We are on 290. 10 likes to go. Oh, by the way, 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Where am I going? There we go. I thought there'd be 8 and there's 9. I think someone in the live chat said there'd be 9, so well done if you got that right. 9 added minutes. Plenty of time for a winner. Plenty of time for a winner. Drop a like. We're close to 300, guys. 300 likes and we'll get a winning goal. That's how it works. And hopefully for Coventry, but there you go. Apparently the attendance is 21,545. Wow. Come on, Coventry, we need a goal, says Epic FIFA Gamer Girl. Yeah. What a sight it would be to score a winner in front of those travelling supporters. Would a draw be a fair result? Probably. Remember, at half-time we were saying Bristol City had been the better team, and that was definitely true. I can't think of any chances Coventry had in the first half. But we've been better. Not been perfect. If we want to, push for promotion, we have got to be a bit better than this overall. But we have shown a bit of character. We've had good spells. Lofted ball forwards, goes out for a Bristol City throw-in. The frustrating thing for Coventry is we haven't really had a clear-cut chance to go and get a second. So we're sitting on the draw at the minute, but definitely think we should push a bit more. There's 9 minutes added, remember, and we've only played 2 of them. JB says we've just hit 300 likes. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, don't go anywhere. We've got 99 minutes to get up to, and we've played 2.5 of the 9 minutes added on. So don't go anywhere. Like, subscribe, stick around. This is the bit you don't want to miss. This is where the game is won or lost or drawn. It's Bristol City with possession here. Down the right-hand side. Someone's just asked, has Radoni been quiet today? Kind of, yeah. I think in the midfield, that's where we've lost a fair few battles today. We do really need Ben Sheaf, let's be honest. We can say, by the way, it's full-time at the KCOM. It's finished Hull City 0, Millwall 0. It's all over there, 0-0. But we're still going in the other games, including this one, where Bristol City have a free kick. And they loft it forwards here from the halfway line. And Jay Da Silva and Louis Binks together deal with it. It's going to be a Bristol City throw-in. Just don't lose it, lads. I'd love to win it, but please just don't lose it. Bristol City throw-in. Headed away. But they pick it up again. Chance here for the Robins. Well done, Jay Da Silva. Good defending. And Haji Wright gets back there. He clears it away. And well done, Victor Torp. He finds Thomas Asante. Thomas Asante. A bit too much on that. He tried to find Mason Clark there. And Bristol City gather the ball again. This is dramatic. Oh my goodness me. Speaking of dramatic, 90 plus 5. Brighton 2. Manchester United 1. Oh my gosh. Brighton have snatched it. They've snatched it. Wow. And that makes me really angry because I predicted 1-1 and you won't believe what Sophie predicted. 2-1 to Brighton. Absolutely sick of it. She always batters me in the Premier League predictions. I was so close to getting something from that game. Never mind. There's a corner for Bristol City here. It really does feel like either team could win this. Bristol City have maybe looked a little bit more dangerous in the last few minutes. It only takes one counter-attack for Coventry to go and snatch it, but let's defend this first. Corner ball for Bristol City. On 95 minutes, it's whipped in. Oh, jeez. And it goes past everyone and out for a goal kick, I think. Did the keeper get a touch on that? He didn't. It's a goal kick. But Bluminette, he was scrambling to try and touch that. I mean, that's another thing with Dovin. He can't do much about it, but he's not the biggest keeper in the world, is he? And I don't look at him and think he's this big threat in the box. I mean, he's about 6 foot or 6'1", which is not small, but it's not massive for a keeper, is it? Anyway, Coventry City clear their lines. Is there a chance for us to snatch the 3 points? Lofted ball forwards. Well done, Milan Vanovac. He comes away with it. It's going to roll out for a Bristol City goal kick. So, if you just joined us... okay, 2 seconds. I'm going to come back to what I was saying. We've got a full-time result from West London. It's finished QPR 1, Plymouth 1. Well done, 10-man Plymouth. They've hung on for their second point of the season. Well done. Looks like they took some inspiration from QPR's antics with 10 men last season. Sorry, not last season, last week. Meanwhile here, we had 9 minutes added. We've played 7. And it's a throw-in on the halfway line. Is it? No, sorry, it went out, but it's because it's a free kick, sorry. Free kick to Coventry inside our own half. And Lewis Binks is going to take it. Binks smashes it. Bristol City deal with it for now. Here's Casey Palmer. Just imagine if we win this. That's not a foul, ref. I'm sorry, but it isn't. It's not a foul. He barely touched him. Come on. Free kick to Bristol City. I just don't believe that. Full time at Brighton. Manchester United have lost 2-1 in the last minute. Full time. Brighton 2. Manchester United 1. Remember, we had 9 minutes added here. If there's a goal now, it's going to be a winner. Stick around, guys. Keep your comments coming. Make sure you've dropped a like. Make sure you've subscribed. Do not go anywhere now. Here come Coventry. Imagine. Just imagine. Bristol City come forwards. No, don't. No. Don't concede. No. No. Clear it. Oh. Well done. Mason Clark gives chase. Oh, sorry, Thomas Asante. Thomas Asante is in round here. Chance here for Thomas Asante. Oh, jeez, what's he done there? That was a really good chance for him to win it. And he's dragged his shot. It wasn't quite a one-on-one. The angle was tight and there was a covering defender. But if he gets it on target, that could have been a winner, but he drags it wide. Goal kick to Bristol City and probably nearly game over. Anything that happens now would be incredibly dramatic. It's Bristol City who are trying to come forwards. Neither team's really got their foot on the ball in the middle of the park. The referee's not blown for full time just yet. Here's Radoni. Now Casey Palmer. Radoni. Maybe one last chance for Coventry. Here's Casey Palmer. No. The referee's now allowing Bristol City to come forwards. And now Coventry win the ball. And now the referee does say game over. 1-1. It's a draw. It's not a defeat. It's not a win. It's a draw. Share your thoughts, guys, on that one. It's alright. It's alright, isn't it? I predicted 2-2. I've hit the post because it was a 1-1 draw. Look, I think if you're losing when you deserve not to be winning as well, with 15 minutes to go and you get out with a draw, you take it. Away from home, there's a lot of... I'd say there's more positives than negatives. The negatives are... we can't seem to play well for a full 90 minutes, or at least for most of the game. We just do it in pockets. Defensively, I think we were a bit better today. We only conceded 1, but once again, we haven't kept a clean sheet. And I suppose another negative is we've not won. But look, I think the positives are we've shown a bit of spirit to come from behind. We didn't go under conceding 2s and 3s. Defensively, I do think we're a bit better. The keeper, for me, on the whole, I think he had a decent game in the end. Casey Palmer, his goal was nice. And yeah, look, it's if you want to take it this way, it's 3 games unbeaten if you include the cup game as well. So it's 2 wins and a draw. Let's move on to Oxford on Tuesday night. We'll win that. And if we can beat Norwich, I'm very happy at the international break. So there you go, 1-1. Share your thoughts. It's finished in a draw. Please make sure to drop a like. We've got to 314, which is really cool. Drop a like. Anyone that's not subscribed, make sure to do that as well. And I'll be here for about 5 more minutes to read out your thoughts. We'll be okay, people, says Lee. Yeah, look, it's not a disaster. We've drawn. It's okay. It does feel a bit more like the Norwich game next week. Yeah, really got to win. I mean, I can stomach a draw today, but if we draw against Norwich next week, it's then a bit like, we're not moving, are we? We're not moving fast enough. You've really got to come out the traps flying in this division. Bristol City was always a tough outfit, even for Brentford, says JB. Yeah, look, you take the draw. Not bad. Could do with a Blades win now, says Mark. Lee Dan says, bye, Matt. Cheers, Lee. Football Champ says Plymouth red card. Yep, and they still got a draw, which is good. Let's have a little look at the Championship table. Bear in mind, obviously, not everyone has played. But this is how we are looking. Coventry City move up to 8th. I would imagine we're probably going to move back down to 2 places or maybe 3 places as the games go on. But, yeah, 4 points from 3 games is as down the middle as you can get. The only thing I will say is these 3 opponents we've played are not necessarily the best teams in the league. Bristol City away is probably the hardest game we've had so far, so it's not bad. Yeah, look, you think back to that Stoke game. If we'd have got something out of that, then the start looks better. But we had to. I think we've recovered quite well since that Stoke game on the whole. But there's still a long way to go, and I think we do still need to get better. Plymouth got 2 reds. Someone's just said in the live chat. Did they really? Did they actually? They can't have got 2 reds. Let's have a look. They did. They did. Well done for pointing that out. You saw that before me, sorry. Yeah, they got a red card in the 91st minute. So Plymouth, well done. They hung on with 9 men in the last few minutes there. That's a really good draw for them. And a missed opportunity for QPR. Right. Let's have a look at a couple more comments. Like I say, guys, please make sure you've dropped a like. I'm not going for 2 more minutes. Get your thoughts in. And let's have a look. Plymouth tried to kill Pal, someone's just said. I think it's a QPR fans just said that. These are the stats from today. So in the end, despite in the first half Bristol City having the lion's share, the possession was down the middle. In terms of shots, where am I? 12-8 in favour of Bristol City. Shots on target, 7-1. That is maybe, there we go. That is maybe a cause for concern for Coventry. We got away with it, but we only had 1 shot on target. And then shots off target, we had 5. One thing I didn't quite mention is, it did feel a little bit like, once it was 1-1, we didn't have a lot of chances, did we? You know, I hope we're still, well, I don't hope we're still gelling, but maybe that is the excuse. We can get better, but I'm not sure that we can say today we deserve to win. You know, maybe just deserve to draw, but if you had to pick a winner, maybe Bristol City did have more. Norwich next week is an interesting one. We never usually beat them, but it does feel like we've got to win to get moving, doesn't it? Right, a few more comments, then I'm going to go. Barring a really bad start to the season, probably should wait about 10 games before you start taking a serious look at the table, says Tanner. Yeah, look, we're just doing it to just see what it is. I'm not reading too much into it, but yeah, that is what it looks like. Stay positive, stay focused, take care. Matt is being chat. Peace out. Have a safe bank holiday. Thank you so much, JB. Thank you so much again for your donation. Very, very generous. And thank you to everyone who's been in here. Thank you to both people that donated, to all the people that have liked, to all the people that have subscribed and everything. I'm going to call it 1 more minute. So get your comments in. Ego Chip says no chance of beating Norwich. Well, why not? You know, we've got the players to. Maybe based on this performance, we probably won't. But if we play better, we might. So I don't know. Get your final thoughts in. Super Hoop says Isaka tried to snap Kenneth Parr's legs. Oh dear. Super Hoops, just before I go, do share your thoughts as a QPR fan on that draw. Must be frustrated against Plymouth. Mark says, cool, I predicted a draw. 16 points needed from the next 7 games, says George. Let me work that out. 16 points needed from 7 games. So 5 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. Not much margin for error. And Jonah says, there's a chance. Right, on that note, I think I'm going to call it a day. I want to say once again a massive, massive thank you. Let's just run through those full-time scores for you. Brighton beat Manchester United 2-1 in the 95th minute through João Pedro. Bristol City 1, Coventry 1, Casey Palmer's goal, proving enough to get a point. Hull City 0, Millwall 0. QPR 1, 9-man Plymouth 1. Plymouth shown a red on 30 minutes and 90 minutes. Burton 0, Stevenage 0. Stockport 2, Bristol Rovers 0. Crewe 0, Swindon 0. Tranmere 1, Walsall 0. And Gateshead 3, Yeovil 1. That is the 12:30 kickoffs from the top 5 leagues. Right. Thank you once again, guys. Thank you so much for your support. If you have watched this stream all the way through, I really appreciate that. I will be back on the channel probably Monday because we've got the Carabao Cup. We'll do predictions with Sophie. I'll probably go to the Coventry game on Tuesday. And then Wednesday we'll stream the draw. So plenty of football coming up. If your team hasn't played yet today, good luck to your team later on. But as for Coventry fans, we're forced to settle for a draw. But look, it could have been worse. And if you're a Bristol City fan, fair play. It was a good game. Right, thank you so much, guys. I'm going to sign off. It's finished here. Bristol City 1, Coventry 1. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.